Hi everybody, this is Dr. Lassane and we're back with part 2 of how to write your annotated bibliography. You can see here on the screen right here that I have a blank Word document, and so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select my topic, and in this case I think I'll choose bullying. Remember that the first thing we do after we select a topic is we write a brief paragraph about why this is the topic that we've elected for this particular assignment. So you'll have to pardon my typing as we go along here. Bullying is an important topic in all levels of education. Bullying is a problem that many students face. It can take many different faces. In other words, there is not one type of bullying. In this bibliography, I provide print and non-print resources for pre-K through 12, as well as some teacher resources. I hope that this bibliography will be valuable to all members of my learning community. Certainly, please understand that I'm writing this introduction off the top of my head. You guys will have some time to think about it, to create something, and then to insert it. Okay, so once I'm done with that, I have 3 different categories, so I'm just putting them here. So that I remember what it is that I'm doing here. Now, what I need are the resources, the actual books, websites, audiobooks, ebooks, you name it. We want a mixture of different kinds of resources here. So now I have to find those. So for just a moment, I'm going to take the Word document off, and I'm going to come over here to one of the places that I like to search more often. This is tidalwave.com. If you don't have an account, you can sign up for one. You can also use Amazon, and I'll show you that in just a moment. But here I have the opportunity to do a keyword search. So, whoops, sometimes my typing is just abysmal, folks. So here I'm going to put my keywords. I'm not going to put too many restrictions here, but I'm going to come down here and say I want kindergarten through grade 6. It seems to me that that's probably a pretty good place to start. And then I'm just going to ask it to search. And once it's done there, you can see it found 242 items. So what I can do is go through and add the items I want by clicking the little want button and continuing down. Most of these are books. Some of them are kind of graphic novel in nature. Some of them are fiction. Some of them, as you see here, nonfiction kinds of things will come up. So I'm going to go through, and then I can just select from these the kinds of books, and if there are other materials, I can pick those up as well. I can add them to a list, and then once I have that list, I can create part of my annotated bibliography. Now, I can use, in addition to Tidal Wave, Amazon. So if you go to Amazon.com, you want to be searching in books. And in books, I want to get to the advanced search. So I'm going to start with that because I know then eventually I'll get that link. So I'm going to come over here, advanced search. You'll see it works the same way. Bullies bullying. I talk about the fact that I want it in all formats. So if it's a Kindle, if it's an audiobook, if it's an ebook, I can pick all those up. So I say all. And then as I come down, it's not going to let me get out of there. Just a second. I'm trying to pull down my scroll bar here. There we go. Again, I can set the reader age. So since we looked at the younger ones, let's go ahead and select 9 through 12 and do a search. And you can see here that it pulled up 1,162 possibilities for my bibliography. So if you're going to do this, again, you're going to do the same kind of thing. You're going to look at these. These are not books that you're going to read. These are books that you're adding to the bibliography. So here's one that looks like it's a pretty good one for professionals. Children's books on verbal bullying, spreading rumors. It's available for the Kindle, so that gets you into a different kind of media. And you come down here, you can see that there's some really good reviews for it, a little bit of information about the author, about the book itself. You should have everything you need here in order to make your bibliographic citation. Then in order to write the bibliographic entry itself, the little summary, you can pull from the reviews. If you pull from something that is a review, then please make sure that you note that this is taken from. In other words, give me that citation as well as you're doing it. So that's how basically you go through and you look for the different things that you will need to complete your annotated bibliography. Once you have all that information, you're going to come down and you're going to start adding it in here. A couple of reminders as you're doing your annotated bibliography. Number one, make sure that you have a nice introduction. It would be good if you could even talk about why this particular topic is important for your school, your district, whatever it happens to be. Make sure that as you're constructing this bibliography, in each section, pre-K through 5, 6 through 12, the one for professional resources, your bibliographic citations need to be entered alphabetically by author's last name. That is, if the material has an author. If it's a website, then obviously it's going to be arranged alphabetically by the URL. If it's a movie, things like that, go to your online resources about how your APA citation should look. If you follow these guidelines, you're going to do well with this particular activity.